All right, so I understand that I sound like a broken record at this point, and I'm going to continue to sound like a broken record because I'm not laying off of this point. Jeremy Sochan is absolutely ridiculous, and I don't think Spurs fans are really grasping how ridiculous he truly is.
I want some nasty. Are we having fun yet?
All right, so I have a statistic here that it's just ridiculous. It's insane. Now before we talk about this, if you guys want to support the channel, as always, clanthemerchfan.com, link in the description. I have, I think, 2 orders that I'm catching up on right now. So next in line, you know, like I always say, first come, first serve. So I do it within the order in which I receive the orders. Did I say that right? I don't know. I'm sleepy, guys. But if you guys do want to support, please, link in the description. Or you can become a patron, a YouTube member. That's another thing you can do. That's only $2 per month. Or you can like, subscribe to this video. Or there's another thing. There's a fifth thing you can do. Comment. Just comment underneath. You can say anything. You can say, clan, I'm him. I don't know. You just say whatever you want. Say spaghetti. Just put spaghetti in the chat, in the comments. That's fine too. It helps the algorithm. All right, so this is the stat that I wanted to show you. Okay, Jeremy Sochan. Oh my God. So this is by B-Ball Index. Please follow them on Twitter. They're phenomenal. The top 5 guards in matchup difficulty. Jeremy Sochan. Jeremy Sochan. Jeremy Sochan. He's guarding the toughest guards around the league. This is how difficult it's been for Jeremy Sochan. So this is also a matchup difficulty explainer that can explain it a little bit on how they got their numbers. But this is just insane. I mean, and we saw another another statistic that was just overall matchups, and Jeremy Sochan was like 2 or 3 in the league as far as his overall matchups. But guards, if he has to guard a guard, he is number 1 in matchup difficulty. That is absolutely ridiculous. So let's take a look at this video, and then I'll just elaborate on how I feel about Jeremy Sochan, like I do all the time. Is it gonna play? It's not gonna play. It won't play. They don't want you to know. They want to keep this information from you.
Here from Basketball Index. In a previous video, we explained how our all-in-one impact metric LeBron worked. It's broken down into offensive and defensive LeBron. And today we're going to highlight 2 defensive metrics that fall under the D-LeBron umbrella: position versatility and matchup difficulty. Matchup difficulty is an estimate of the difficulty a defender takes on with who they guard. This is determined by using tracking data that captures who a defender was guarding for portions of every possession, accounting for switching and helping, and looks at the average usage and offensive impact of players guarded to calculate the overall rating. Position versatility is an estimate of how versatile a defender is. This is calculated by taking that portfolio of players a defender guarded and seeing how often they defend point guards, shooting guards, and so on. A perfectly versatile defender will guard each position 20% of the time. Royce O'Neal has an A grade in both stats, meaning he is taking on some of the toughest matchups in the league while defending a wide variety of player types. If we dig a layer deeper in our database, we can see the positional breakdowns pinpointing just how versatile he is. These 2 metrics do a great job quantifying what a given player is being asked to do for his team on the defensive end. Combining these context stats with other performance measures we have further fills in the picture of a player's value on defense. For more on matchup difficulty and position versatility and other stats, head on over to bballindex.com.
Okay, I wanted to play that in its entirety just so you guys can check them out, okay? They're absolutely phenomenal. So please, B-Ball Index, go check them out. Now, the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because I don't think people realize how rare this is. I'm searching for a tweet, by the way. It's extraordinarily rare for you to have a guy that is as tall and as big as Jeremy Sochan is and be able to do as much as he's been doing. This is it. Defensively, absolutely insane. And one thing that really frustrates me, though, just to be real with you, is last season, everybody was praising Jeremy Sochan. Every single Spurs fan said all of us unanimously that we love him and that he's going to be a star on the San Antonio Spurs. And I know a lot of people want to try to tell me or like just spin the narrative that no, Clan, what people are really upset about is just the fact that he's moved to point guard. And it's like, no, he's literally getting the blame often. Oh, I'm keeping that in there. Hiccups are a natural state of man, okay? But yeah, like people are talking about how, no, he's the reason. Like, it's not just the fact that, oh, he's moved at point guard and Popovich needs to move. Yeah, some people are saying that. But I'm telling you, when we've been losing, I've seen so many people just come out and say Jeremy Sochan's garbage. Jeremy Sochan is getting cooked. And that's not true at all. The last game in particular, or the game against the Atlanta Hawks, not the last game, where Trae Young absolutely went off. I posted a tweet here. Big shout out to Noah. I love Noah, by the way. But I posted a tweet here and I said, don't get me wrong, no one was stopping Trae Young last night, but to say Sochan got cooked, because that's what people were saying, he got cooked for 45 points, is hater behavior. Because in actuality, he guarded him for 6 minutes, and that time Trae went 25% from 3, 4 for 8 from the field. Now, don't get me wrong, and Noah even brought it up himself. He was like, hey, he didn't get cooked or anything, but Trae Young scored 14 points. But even if you compare it, if you just put things like relatively to other people in the league, Jeremy Sochan, even in his bad nights, is crazy good. Because obviously, Derek White, we all love Derek White here, okay? I was the biggest Derek White fan. He was my favorite player since Manu on the San Antonio Spurs. But Derek White against Trae Young this year, 12 points. This is what happened. He gave up 12 points, 2 assists, 4 for 7 from the field, 2 for 3 from 3, and that was half the time of Sochan. So Sochan guarded him for 6 minutes. Derek White guarded Trae Young for 3, and this is what he gave up. Mikal Bridges, which we all know is a phenomenal defender, 12 points and 3 assists in 5 minutes. Trey Jones, who everyone said he should have been the one that was guarding Trae Young. Well, in 3 minutes, half the time as Sochan, he gave up 9 points and 5 assists. So yeah, and the whole idea that, he was fouling him a lot, that's basically what it came down to. But those refs were really strange. They've been really strange lately anyways. But anyways, I'm sorry. This is more of a rant video. This is more just me talking about Jeremy Sochan and how much I think that he doesn't get enough credit. I mean, even the fact that, and I brought this up so many times, but if you look at what he's averaging right now, like the 10 points, 4 assists, 5 rebounds, that doesn't happen. That seems like on paper, if we're playing NBA 2K or something, it's like, oh, that's not that impressive. It's a pretty good showing, but it's not that impressive. No, people do not. There's not a lot of players that can do that, okay? Especially guys that were 20 years old or younger that's done it. It's non-existent. Hold on. Actually, I'll show you because I actually had it myself. Let's see. I mentioned it here. Yeah, he's one of 11 young guys to do that. But I have a whole list here to show you. Let's see here. Let me bring it up. Sorry, just bear with me. This is kind of a weird video because this is kind of unexpected because I just kind of got a little upset about this. Where is it? Where are you? Because I'm tired. I'm tired of people bringing this up. Here it is. Found it. So, this is it right here. These are some of the names on this list of guys that's done it. So Josh Giddey did it. So big shout out Josh Giddey. Kay Cunningham, LaMelo Ball. These are big names in and of itself. But we got Tyreek Evans, Lonzo Ball, Luka Doncic, Russell Westbrook, Chris Paul, LeBron, Lamar Odom, and Jeremy Sochan is on that list thus far. These are guys, and will he do it all season long? Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably so. He's pretty consistent with that. But yeah, as far as guys that's averaged that for an entire season, it doesn't happen. It's super rare for a player to be able to do that, especially when they're 20 years of age or younger. These are the only guys that's been able to do that, to average those type of numbers. So I really do believe that Jeremy should get more credit than he does. He got a lot on his plate as far as what he does every night. And I don't think that he should get a big brunt of the blame. I don't think any one singular player should get all of the blame for any of these losses. Is it a mixture of coaching? Maybe, kind of, yeah. I think mostly though, it just comes down to experience. Like these guys are just not experienced because they'll play a really good game for the majority of the game. And I feel like if it just would have tipped their way a little bit and they got the W, no one would be talking about anything as far as where this player's being positioned and what this player's doing. But I think it really just comes down to the turnovers. It comes down to the inexperience where you have a lead, you got to keep your foot on the pedal, that type of stuff. And that happens with young teams all the time. I've said this before, just like our Spurs, at one point we were the vets and we were going against the young Golden State Warriors team and the young Thunder team. I mean, these teams had to learn. I mean, we taught them a lesson quite a few times, right? So yeah, these teams are super young and they have to learn. And we're not even at the step that some of those teams were at once the time we were like really facing them, like the Warriors in the playoffs. The Spurs aren't at that step yet. Even the Thunder, they're not at that step yet. That takes some time. I mean, Thunder drafted like top three picks 3 years in a row. Like that, it takes a minute. So I don't know. Those are just my thoughts. I'm sorry. This was a very ranty video. Not as cohesive as I wanted it to be. I'm just really sleepy. But anyways, I'll give it to you guys later, man. Until next time, deuces. Deuces. Sorry, I'm all. Bye.